Hey guys, it's Uigo here. So this video is about the March update details. There's a lot of new things in there, so we're gonna discuss it in this video. There are 3 new characters: Warpath, Sabretooth, and Juggernaut. First of all, they're all combat characters. It's interesting, I would say. Warpath is combat hero, and the other 2, Juggernaut and Sabretooth, are combat supervillains. Though I don't think they will replace Minerva anytime soon in ABX, but let's take a look at them, because they're X-Men. X-Men are always a little bit stronger than normal biometric characters. First of all, Warpath, combat type, you can get it from Dimension Rift, so he's free. Leadership is just all speed increase. His passive though is pretty nice, with the critical rate and super armor. Tier 2 passive is critical damage increased by 25%, so I would say with the critical rate and critical damage increase, I think he's going to do good damage, because he has raw stat increase, and of course the guaranteed crit rating. There's nothing really interesting about his skills, I would say, except like the third skill, you got an immunity for 4 seconds, and decrease all defense stacks up to 15%. I don't think he's really that good. I don't think he's that good of a character. It's probably going to be one of those mid-tier characters that you can use for Shadowland with the Shadowland revamp. So we'll see after whether he has iframes or whatever, and whether his damage is pretty good or not. Now for Sabretooth, he's only obtainable in the shop with 2,500 crystals package, where you can just buy a 6-star Sabretooth and then you buy his biometrics in the store again to T2 him. I would say a semi-premium character like Gwenpool. Now, leadership skill, decreasing debuff duration, I don't think it's just that good. I think his passive healing factor is Wolverine level kind of heal. Below 99% of HP, recover 5% HP, and he got another follow-up effect, which is this decrease 7% of all defense that stacks up to 55%. I would say this healing factor is more powerful than Wolverine's original regenerative healing factor. And his tier 2 passive has the 30% chance to increase critical damage by 100%. This is the same passive for Victorious. Victorious T2 passive, Herald of Doom, got the exact same skill, which is 30% chance to increase critical damage by 100%. And we all know that Victorious has massive damage, so Sabretooth will be a very high damage character, I would say. Unlike Victorious, Sabretooth doesn't have this activation requirement for this increased critical damage by 100%. Because for Victorious, you need to stay within the circle created by her third skill to actually activate the Herald of Doom for the bonus critical damage. His skills, however, paralyze on second skill, which is good for PvP. There still isn't any obelisk that can be immunity to paralyze. He has incapacitation. From the last video, the meta-analysis, we believe that incapacitation is why Strive is in the meta right now. It's a very powerful effect. As a semi-premium character, I think Sabretooth can live up to it. Maybe he can get similar score as Minerva. And for Juggernaut, Juggernaut is a premium character. All the fanboys of Juggernaut just want to cry. His passive, super armor, decrease all damage received by 25%. It's alright. However, the tier 2 passive, I'll say, is quite nice. When below 99% of HP, he has a 3.5 recovery of mass HP. I believe this 3.5 recovery of mass HP is 3.5%, so a little bit less than Wolverine. And he also has a buff when it's below 50%, which has all attack increase and immune to mind damage. This is a nice one, I would say, for PvP. And first skill here has Fracture, it's a good effect. Second skill has another buff. It's accumulate 100% of true damage regardless of defense and dodge rate stats. If it stacks up when it's at level 6, I think this skill will make Juggernaut very powerful. And the fifth skill has a paralyze effect, which is good, and a 5% decrease of all defense that stacks up to 25%. I don't know whether he can live up to a premium character, considering that I believe Sabretooth on paper has a better skill set than him.
So now moving on to the uniform parts. This update, we can see there are 3 new uniforms: the Deadpool, the Wolverine, and the Gross Nightcrawler. The power level of the uniform highly depends on the skill change. So just looking at Deadpool's skill, it's useful. You can see they're enhancing his skill on recovery and tanking. Wolverine it's kind of similar to his previous uniform, nothing special. For Nightcrawler, I think it's only a Shadowland character. He won't be meta in any game mode, so if you want him to play Shadowland, then buy his uniform. Now, moving on to the Wolverine T3 skill, we can see that Wolverine can decrease all defense, the accumulate damage skill, the piercing, the immunity damage. There's a possibility that Wolverine can be a meta in ABX, taking over Captain America. And also, judging from the preview of his T3 skill, I don't see an iframe logo, so I'm kind of worried. But I think we'll see for sure tomorrow. Now, for Shadowland, there's no limit for characters. For stages, there are 187 stage in total, assuming that you play one stage per character. And then, this is a change that the community has been asking for, and I'm very excited for it. And after stage 30, each stage you play, you can get shadow points, and using shadow points, you can buy Shadowland boxes, and in those chests, in those boxes, you can get very good rewards like the new CDP as well. So I think that's about it. See you guys next time. Bye.